From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Powered by LG Refrigerator, Century Ply, Car Dekho Gadi Store, Orient Electric and Reva University.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight marks the 12 years since the barbaric 26/11 attacks in Mumbai that left 166 people dead. None of us can forget that day. Today we pay tribute to the innocent lives lost due to the Pakistan-sponsored Lashkar-e-Toiba attack, my dear viewers. Tonight we salute the brave hearts who laid down their lives and took on the terrorists with unflinching courage. The attack and the loss faced then remains a loss we mourn day after day and year after year. But tonight our tribute should not just be in words, but it should be in our actions. We cannot year after year pay our respects to the lives lost and salute those who sacrificed their lives for our safety and then allow the enemy within to operate with impunity. The Prime Minister has said, and I quote, that India is fighting terrorism with new policies. There is no better time for a collective resolve to take on the enemy within. The enemy within, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight, whether it is politicians who act as support systems to anti-India elements, whether it is a nexus that has links with terrorists, or whether it is those with a dotted line relationship with hardliners, it is time tonight for a crackdown and it is time for zero tolerance. Viewers, it is time to come together and ensure no compromise on the crackdown on terror and no sympathy for the terrorists. We have two big debates this evening, viewers. Some people may like to debate it. As far as Republic is concerned, we believe zero tolerance against terrorism. There is no other way of defining it. This is not a subject of an intellectual debate. Debate number two this evening, viewers. On debate number two this evening, who is instigating the farmers? Now there are threats of this, the violent protest today, but who is instigating the farmers? That's debate number two. And debate number three this evening, viewers. On debate number three, something I have personally supported always and always will. One nation, one election. Republic believes 2024 should be one nation, one election. I'd like to hear what you think. And here are the headlines. Here are the headlines this Thursday evening on The Debate Tonight. Prime Minister pays a befitting tribute to the 26/11 heroes, says there will be no compromise against terrorism. European Union MPs mount immense pressure on Imran Khan to bring the perpetrators of 26/11 to book. Lashkar and Jaish terrorists target our forces in Srinagar. 2 army jawans are martyred. Zero tolerance to anything that compromises national security. The nation unites in the fight against terrorism. Violent turn to the Delhi Chalo march at the Haryana border. But who is instigating the farmers amidst the pandemic? And And will one nation, one election be a reality by 2024? The Prime Minister's statement triggers a debate. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight as we mark 12 years of 26/11, the Prime Minister has rightly said that we will not forgive or forget the terror strike that left scars on the conscience of this nation. But 12 years later, New India has a firm resolve to fight terrorism, a resolve that this nation will under no circumstances tolerate anything that goes against national interest. Here is why it has to be zero tolerance to terror at whatever cost, and anything linked to terrorism as well. And then let's debate.
मैं मुंबई हमले में मारे गए सभी लोगों को अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं। इस हमले में हमारे पुलिस बल के कई जाबाज शहीद हुए थे, मैं उन्हें भी नमन करता हूं। मुंबई हमले के जख्म भारत भूल नहीं सकता।
12 years, 144 months, 4,383 days on. "166 families are still awaiting justice.
दर्द वैसे ही है, 12 साल से हमारा दर्द वैसे ही है, कभी कम होगा भी क्या नहीं ये पता नहीं, और बढ़ते जा रहा है क्योंकि मेरी जॉब चली गई है, मेरे बच्चे मेरे माँ के घर पे रहते हैं जहाँ पे ये लॉकडाउन में फंस चुके थे, जिस वजह से मैं जॉब पे नहीं जा सकी। अभी लॉकडाउन थोड़ा कम हो तो बच्चे आ गए हैं।
The perpetrators of 26/11 who are enjoying ISI's protection across the border haven't yet been brought to book. Back home, the truth about Pakistan-sponsored terror is unraveling every day in Kashmir. 2 army men have been martyred, saving Kashmiris from the ultimate enemies of India.
3 मिलिटेंट कम्बैट ड्रेस में आए और तीनों जवान अंधाधुंध फायरिंग शुरू किए, जिसमें हमारे 2 जवान बहुत क्रिटिकल इंजर्ड हो गए। बाद में रिपोर्टेडली बता रहे हैं लोग शहीद हो गए।
In a major terror strike carried by Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed here in the Khushipura area of HMT, 2 army personnel lost their life. And as per IG Kashmir Vijay Kumar, that they were in combat and were travelling in a Maruti car. They were 4 in number from Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toiba, who carried attack against the security forces here in Khushipura area.
Kashmir is rising in anger against Pakistan. These posters are the proof. The politicians associated with parties known for their pro-Pakistan, pro-terror stand are getting arrested for connection with terrorists, signalling a change never seen before. A decisive turning point in the war against terror.
कहीं ना कहीं मिलिटेंट्स के साथ मिले हुए थे, इन्वॉल्व थे। मिलिटेंट्स को सेफ पैसे देने में इनका बहुत बड़ा हाथ था।
India's zero tolerance message is also resonating across the world. EU MPs have now ring-fenced Imran Khan, seeking accountability on 26/11. Pakistan's role in aiding, abetting and funding terror on Indian soil has been successfully proven by India on the global stage. But what about the traitors within? India is unwilling to forgive those with any links and connection to Pakistan, its terrorists and terror machinery. Let's debate.
And there is a churn across the nation today. A churn across the nation today. And I think it is very interesting that 12 years after the gruesome, ghastly and horrific Mumbai terror attacks, yesterday, the blue-eyed boy of Mehbooba Mufti's party, the youth president of the PDP, Wahid Para, is found to be a Hizbul Mujahideen supporter. And look at their guts. Gaurav Bhatia, General Bakshi, Ashok Pandit, Major Gaurav Arya, Sushant Sareen, Colonel Rohit Dev, Iftikhar Misgar, Majid Haidari, Sunit Chopra, Taslim Rahmani, and Hamid Faiz. Look at their guts. Look at their guts. General Bakshi, that they are complaining. They are complaining about why the president of the youth wing of a party that has been in power in Kashmir should be in open collusion with terrorists from Pakistan. Look at their guts. And I think it's extremely ironical that we have given them such a long leash. Why do we give them a long leash? And how can we pull back? Should be the only question now. General Bakshi, I want you to start the debate with Majid Haidari on the other side, with a request for everyone to listen and not heckle each other. General Bakshi's opening remark.
Thank you, Arnab. Arnab, first I'd like to, if you permit, pay a tribute to all those who laid down their lives. I personal tribute to Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan Ashok Chakra, the only son of his parents, who today live in darkness, having lost their only boy. A personal tribute to Tukaram Omle, the man who grappled with Ajmal Amir Kasab, and because of him we have living proof. Otherwise it was a Hindu terror plot. They'd all come with these, Arnab. Arnab, but what hurts me as a soldier today, what deeply hurts me as a soldier today, is that just 2 days back, a few days back, Pakistan has again attempted to do a 26/11 on the anniversary of that strike. They have the guts, Arnab, after Uri's a warning shot, after Balakot, a full-fledged kick in the fanny. They still want to do it. They still want to do it. They still want to do it. I would say the time has come to teach Pakistan a lesson. The Chinese, I thought you were told not to heckle. I thought you were told not to heckle.
Carry on.
It's my choice.
I'm
paying the tribute. You pay whenever you like. Thank you. Okay. No, I am fully aware. All right. I don't need to be reminded. Okay. Now what I was saying was, Arnab, Pakistan thinks that China will save it, pull its chestnuts out of the fire. Get your maths right, people of Pakistan. Pakistani generals, get your maths right. There are just 2 Chinese divisions opposite Ladakh. You want to know their names? 4th Highland Motorized, 6th Mechanized. There are more than 3 Indian divisions in Ladakh. What can those 2 divisions do? Get your maths right. You will get kicked. You will get kicked like you were in Balakot, only this time it will be much worse.
Now will I also
and
get a
like
chance to speak?
1971, you will be alone. You will be alone to take that hiding. Okay? Don't trust the Chinese. They let you down earlier. They let you down again.
And let me tell you, if government of India was able to establish scientific evidence in the 26/11,
I think Majid, a short rebut from me, and then you can take it forward and debate with Gaurav Bhatia. And my simple and elementary point tonight, viewers, is that tonight it is Constitution Day. Tonight is Constitution Day. And on this Constitution Day, it is time to ensure a full and complete crackdown against all those who threaten and abuse our Constitution. You must never forget, you must never imagine that our resolve is weakened. You must never imagine that our memory is short. You must never imagine that you'll be given a long leash. And I warn you tonight. You have not been given a long leash. I warn you tonight. I am officially warning you tonight. You have been given too long a leash. That leash will not be long anymore. The nation's patience is snapped. with all those people who compromise the country, including people like Taslim Rahmani, who go to Turkey to seek money. Taslim Rahmani goes to Turkey to seek money from groups in Turkey who threaten our national interest, and I want Gaurav Bhatia to also come into the debate. The point is simple. We must crack down on the enemy within. Gaurav, why do you have to be reminded? Do you regret that you may have been too soft in the past? And when the youth president and the blue-eyed boy of Mehbooba Mufti is arrested for supporting a Hizbul Mujahideen commander, what proof do you need that there are people in our country who use and abuse democracy as a shield and as a garb, for whom holding an Indian passport is an opportunity to monetize it, to make money on it, who go to foreign countries and foreign powers like Taslim Rahmani does and says, fund me, fund the PFI, for we shall do your bidding. But Gaurav Bhatia, you have a mandate. On this day, I want to ask you, how and when do you intend to use it?
The first chance to rebut you.
Okay. So,
instead of Gaurav Bhatia,
like
just 1 minute.
Give me the first chance to rebut, because you have taken
just
my
1 minute
name and alleged me. I think
just 1 minute
about this
please, just 1 minute
to some court of
in
law.
Today's debate, you know, I don't want to be heckled by these people. Please.
You know that.
Can I complete myself? I don't think your name is Gaurav Bhatia. Have you changed your name?
Is only to heckle.
Why can't you wait for your turn, sir?
Be aware of that. This is a heckling debate always. You will heckle everybody, and I will heckle. You will try to.
I feel sorry for these people.
I'm talking to Gaurav Bhatia.
That's why if somebody is.
I am talking to Gaurav Bhatia.
If somebody
you can respond to him.
I must be.
Yes, I have referred to you by name.
But you are referring me. You are referring me.
Yes, I have referred to you by name, but I have given the opportunity to speak to Gaurav, and then you respond.
Must be your courtesy.
Yes, because he will elaborate on what I said as well, and then you will speak, sir. Thank you, sir. I don't want to give you a long leash. I am asking Gaurav Bhatia to respond.
I will certainly elaborate. I will certainly elaborate. I know.
Arnab, very proudly,
you don't have to. Then
I will take forward what Narendra Modi ji said today. First of all, I pay homage and a heartfelt tribute like any other Indian to more than 17 police personnel and the NSG commandos who laid down their life and made the supreme sacrifice. And also to the two bravehearts today who gave their life for our country. People like Mr. Rahmani forget that debates will come and go. First, at least pay homage to these soldiers. They have laid down their life for our country. Second, Arnab, you said, why is the government soft? So I will just give you certain examples and the strong action that the government has taken. For Pakistan, surgical strikes happened. Contrast this with the 26/11 attack. And after that, when Fali Homi Major requested the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji that we can give a befitting response to Pakistan, Manmohan Singh ji did not allow the Air Force to take action. Second, Balakot airstrike, घुस के ठोका. And Arnab, to the viewers, I'll tell you, हमारी ताकत ये है कि कसाब ने भी कह दिया था भारत माता की जय. कसाब ने, राकेश मारिया.
ये जबारी जमा खर्च का इम्पैक्ट क्या है?
एक मिनट, चुप हो जाएंगे.
आज भी 2 जवान शहीद हुए.
सुनिए, आतंकवादियों से तो आप जैसे लोग मिले होते हैं. संगठन आपके वो है जो करोड़ों रुपया लेते हैं, रोज ईमान बेचते हैं. अगर आप बदतमीजी से डिबेट करना चाहते हैं तो मैं भी कर लूंगा. ये जो जैकेट आपने पहनी है ना, ये भी आतंकवादी संगठन के रुपए से आई है. दिल्ली में दंगे कराएंगे. PFI के लोग क्या करते हैं? किसी का हाथ काट देते हैं, किसी को गोली मार देते हैं, RSS के वर्कर्स को मार देते हैं. और आप क्या है? आप पाउडर लगा के नहा धो के सामने बैठे हैं, लेकिन आपका असली चरित्र वही है. आपका असली चरित्र भी वही है. और आप में गुण की कमी क्या है? बिना पढ़े लिखे आ जाएंगे. अच्छा ये बताइए, चलिए ये बताइए, टोटल कितने टेररिस्ट थे जिन्होंने अटैक किया? मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ. 26/11 पे आप चर्चा करने आ रहे हैं, आप बताइए. अरे चिल्लाइए मत पहले तो भाई साहब. कितने टेररिस्ट थे टोटल बता दीजिए. बताइए कितने टोटल टेररिस्ट थे, बताइए. हवा निकल गई, हवा निकल गई. जब नहीं पता तो कम बोलिए। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कब सजा दी थी अफजल कसाब को, बताइए।
और जब आप
मैं कह रहा हूं कब हैंग किया अफजल कसाब को, कब किया बताइए। अजमल कसाब को कब हैंग किया? अर्नब, ना इनको अजमल कसाब का हैंगिंग पता है, ना इनको ये पता है कितने टेररिस्ट आए। पाकिस्तान के असली दोस्त तो यही है, ये भी वही है अर्नब जो कहेंगे कि हम तिरंगा नहीं उठाएंगे। अच्छा बोलिए एक बार, भारत माता की जय बोलेंगे, बोलेंगे भारत माता की जय। बताइए देश ऊपर है कि धर्म ऊपर? मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ, जो हमारे शहीद हुए जवान उनके लिए सबसे ऊपर देश। आप आज बोलिए रिपब्लिक पे, हिम्मत है? 6 इंच की छाती वाले बोलो भारत सबसे ऊपर है, बोलो हिम्मत है तो। दीमक, ये लोग दीमक है अर्नब, इसीलिए देखिए नहीं बोल रहे। और अर्नब मैं एक बात कहूंगा, पाकिस्तान को मुंह की दी है हमने और आगे भी देते रहेंगे। आपने देखा पाकिस्तान अभी चाह रहा था पुलवामा जैसा हमला दोबारा हो, लेकिन हमने नहीं होने दिया, पाकिस्तान विफल हो गया। फवाद चौधरी ने क्या कहा? फवाद चौधरी ने क्या कहा? उन्होंने खुद कबूला कि पुलवामा उन्होंने कराया। और कुरैशी जो उनके मंत्री है उन्होंने कहा बाजवा की पैर कांप रहे थे कि हमारे विंग कमांडर अभिनंदन को लौटा दो। ये किसका डर है? नरेंद्र मोदी जी और सेना का डर है। और डरे कौन है? ये रहमानी जैसे लोग भी डरे हैं, इनके पास कोई तथ्य नहीं है, केवल चिल्लाना।
No. 1 minute. The problem is I don't want to give you a forum where you make a speech. Taslim Rahmani, the only question to you is, the only question Ashok Pandit, the only question Gaurav Arya, 1 minute, Gaurav Bhatia, just wait a minute, don't get into a heckling match with Taslim Rahmani, give me a minute. The only question, Gaurav Arya, that we should ask Taslim Rahmani, no, just give me a minute. The only question we should ask Taslim Rahmani is whether he and his group, PFI and SDPI, accepted money from people in Turkey who are operatives and supporters of the Al-Qaeda 8 years after 26/11. Gaurav Arya, can you elaborate this question to him? But this man does not have the guts to give a simple answer to that question. So ask the question to him again. Let us see if he answers it. Gaurav Arya, let's corner this man today, Taslim Rahmani. No, I'm not even asking you. Gaurav will elaborate on the question. Gaurav, ask him. Gaurav, pin him down. These are the people who 12 years after 26/11 we must expose. Pin him down.
You will know.
Pin him down.
You will know the answer.
जी, रहमानी साहब तुर्की गए थे पैसे लेने के लिए? तुर्की गए थे पैसे लेने के लिए सर, फसाद करवाने के लिए देश में? अर्नब ये पूछ रहे हैं,
सवाल का जवाब एक
लेट मी आस्क यू, आप गए थे कि नहीं गए थे?
अर्नब खुद पूछ सकते हैं
सर, हाँ या ना बोल दीजिए। आप तुर्की गए थे, आपके पासपोर्ट में तुर्की का वीजा है कि नहीं है?
हाथ और जबान दोनों चलाते हैं।
अर्नब के मुंह में नहीं, सुनिए सर, ऐसा है अर्नब इंग्लिश में समझाते हैं, मैं हिंदी में समझाता हूं। और अगर आपको अर्नब की इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आई तो मेरी हिंदी समझ में आ जाएगी। बताइए, तुर्की गए थे पैसा लेने के लिए? सर आप तुर्की गए थे पैसा लेने के लिए कि नहीं गए थे?
और आगे भी
क्या आपके पासपोर्ट में तुर्की का वीजा है रहमानी साहब?
आगे भी
रहमानी साहब, आपके पासपोर्ट में तुर्की का वीजा है? आपके पासपोर्ट में तुर्की का वीजा है? पीएफआई के लिए पैसा लेने गए थे आप?
हैसियत में रहिए।
आप सुनिए, मेरी हैसियत आप छोड़ दीजिए, मेरी हैसियत छोड़ दीजिए। जब आप मोदी जी से सवाल पूछते हैं तो मोदी जी ने कभी नहीं कहा कि रहमानी अपनी हैसियत में रहिए। उन्होंने तो कभी नहीं कहा, अमित शाह ने कभी नहीं कहा कि रहमानी अपनी हैसियत में रही है। तो फिर आप में और मुझ में हैसियत में इतना फर्क है कि आपसे और मोदी जी ज्यादा फर्क हो गया हमारी हैसियत में? नहीं साहब, अब आप जवाब दीजिए, क्या आपके पास
how much money they got?
है कि नहीं तुर्की का? रहमानी साहब, हाँ या ना तो बोल दीजिए।
Ask him how much money he got. We need to expose these people.
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं
अरे अर्नब, ये नहीं बताएंगे। रहमानी साहब बताइए पैसा। रहमानी साहब, तुर्की गए थे, खजूर मिले कि नहीं? हाउ मच खजूर डिड यू गेट? जो पैसा कितना मिला तुर्की से?
अरे रहमानी साहब बैठूंगा, और अगर ये डिबेट 26/11 पे ना होकर
आप जब गए
मेरे तुर्की जाने पे तो आई एम नॉट रेडी,
ये बताइए पहले।
आई एम नॉट रेडी टू पार्टिसिपेट ऑन द डिबेट। तुर्की की जो डिबेट हुई थी उसमें बैठा था।
During your Turkey visit, how much money did you collect during your Turkey visit? And please tell me, how was the money given and for what purpose?
अरे
And for what purpose? Did you build a pharmaceutical company?
ये कह रहे हैं कि बातचीत नहीं करना
No, did you build a garments company? आप बताइए 26/11 के दिन सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ आपको मैं.
तुर्की के
What money did you get from Turkey and why?
वारंट है.
Why did you get money from Turkey? Elaborate.
तुर्की के भगवानों को ग्लोरीफाई कर रहे
No, you need to explain. You went with the PFI. I am asking you on 26/11 because I believe that we need to control those within the country. No. We need to control the enemy within. I'm asking you. I am asking you. Why did you go to Turkey to collect money from groups associated with the Al Qaeda? I am asking you straight. Did you go to Turkey to collect money? Why did they give you money? Why did they give you money? Today is 26/11. I have decided to devote myself to the cause of fighting India's enemies. I have decided it is necessary to crack down on the urban Naxals. I have decided it is time to crack down on the D-gang operation. I have decided that it is time to crack down on the PFI. Why did the PFI get money from Turkey? Tell me. No, tell me. You'll have to tell me why did you get money from Turkey?
Remember your debate?
We have to be committed to the national cause. We have to be committed to defending our internal security. I need to ask people like you, why did you take money from Turkey?
मैं आप जैसे चैनल पे हैकलर्स के आपके ग्रुप पे मैं
Absolutely.
पसंद नहीं करता. आप जैसे हैकलर्स के चैनल
I am asking you. You are selling yourself as an Indian political leader. You don't even get 200 votes in an election. Why do the Turkish give you money? Why do Turkish groups associated with the Al Qaeda give you money? Ashok Pandit, why is he not answering me? No, you will face these kind of questions now. You will face these kind of questions now. In fact, the National Investigating Agency should be questioning you.
I am not ready to participate.
I am asking you because we don't want to compromise with terror. We are on the debate tonight. I am asking you, is there a political support system or not? Ashok Pandit is on the debate with Iftikhar Misgar right now. Is there a political support system for people who are inimical to India's national interest or not? Ashok Pandit and Iftikhar Misgar are on the debate, and Suri Chopra as well.
अर्नब, आपने ये व्हाइट कॉलर टेररिस्ट की दुखती रग पर हाथ रख दिया। आज हमारे देश में हमारे प्रधानमंत्री, हमारा देश काबिल है लड़ने के लिए, देश के उस तरफ बॉर्डर्स के खिलाफ, उस तरफ टेररिस्टों से लड़ने के लिए। बट यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट, बैंग ऑन, दैट द टेररिस्ट विद इन द कंट्री हु हैव साइंड पेपर्स, डॉक्यूमेंट्स not to hang Kasab, not to hang Yaqub Memon. These are the terrorists in the country who have to be questioned or arrested. Who are those people who signed all those documents saying that they should not be arrested? He should not be hanged. All these terrorist supporters.
Iftikhar Misgar, on your show. Iftikhar Misgar, Wahid Para,
sitting in this country.
Wahid Para, listen to me, Wahid Para
will not survive.
Wahid Para has links to the Hizbul Mujahideen. Do you believe that people can have links to the Hizbul Mujahideen and go unpunished? Answer my simple question. I believe that in India today you cannot have links with any terrorist group and be allowed to have it calling yourself a political cause. Such political causes cannot be allowed to operate in a country when they threaten our democracy. Iftikhar Misgar, answer me.
One election, one flag, and why he forgot to say there should be one party. If one party is there, there will be no terrorism. You won't find any terrorists in any political organization. Only thing there should be only BJP,
not answering my question, trying to move away from my question.
Congress, NC, or all terrorists. Today or tomorrow, everybody has to be behind bars because you don't want to see anybody saying against your organization.
Can I ask you a question?
You don't want to see anybody
on, or is it only outgoing? No incoming.
Democracy of this country.
Iftikhar, he will not listen. Iftikhar ji, will you condemn Mehbooba Mufti for saying कि मैं तिरंगा नहीं उठाऊंगी? केवल इतना सवाल पहले बताइए, फिर डिबेट आगे बढ़ाएंगे। आप कंडेम करेंगे? तिरंगा नहीं उठाऊंगी।
जब उसके साथ हुकूमत करी,
फिर हो गया,
आपने कंडेम नहीं किया तो मैं
फिर गोल मटोल बात कर दी। हिम्मत नहीं है कहने की तिरंगा हमारी आन बान शान है? हिम्मत नहीं है? रिपब्लिक के व्यूअर्स आपको देख रहे हैं।
ये
बताइए भारतीय निकलेगा कि सांप निकलेगा?
नहीं है,
ये पूछ रहे हैं।
बोलता हूं
नहीं, ये सवाल है। आप अपनी फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, अर्नब, दे शुड रीड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन।
पार्टी रखो।
They always say constitution gave us this right. Constitution also talked about your fundamental duty to respect the flag. Yes.
No other parties. Put send every party man behind
So
bars.
do you condemn Mehbooba
every party
Mufti
man
and do you condemn Farooq Abdullah? Condemn Farooq Abdullah for seeking China's help. Will you? These are all snakes in our country. They are eating the country like termites. And that is why, Arnab, one more thing I want to say. The separatists are behind bars. People like Patali,
Iftikhar, 1 minute. Iftikhar, 1 minute. Iftikhar, don't be illogical. 1 minute. Don't be illogical. Gaurav Bhatia, 1 minute. I want to go to Sushant Sareen. 1 minute, please. Gaurav Bhatia, 1 minute. Just a minute. Gaurav Bhatia, Iftikhar, 1 minute. Iftikhar, 1 minute. The problem with people like you is that you believe that by exaggeration and dramatization you will avoid my question. My question is very simple. I invite Sushant Sareen, who's been listening patiently, to come into the debate with either Suneet Chopra or Hamid Faiz. And I'd also like to have Rohit Dev join the debate at this point, but one person at a time. You see, they are trivializing it. I am only using 2611. Sushant, one line, so that we direct it. I am only saying that I am debating this on 2611 because I believe 12 years after 2611, we should not be debating whether there is a political support system for anti-nationals or not. It's ironical that we have to. Yes, please, Sushant.
Okay, so I'll just make 2 or 3 quick points and then everybody is free to weigh in. Look, number one, on Wahid Para, I happen to know the guy. Now, obviously, nobody knows somebody completely. But look, let's also face a reality in Kashmir, what has been happening. It's been a very, very murky world out there. There are people with all sorts of links. Wahid Para has always actually, in a sense, been an Indian nationalist, or at least ostensibly. But there are also reports which have now come out that he was used sometimes by the state agencies, perhaps sometimes by his party, to make an outreach to some of the separatists, even terrorist groups. And that's a kind of a murky world which has existed in Kashmir. Should that happen? Absolutely not. But sometimes in those kind of situations, these kind of things happen. Now, if Wahid Para was doing something which was completely out of the loop, without the knowledge of the security agencies, he was running some other operation, I have no knowledge of it. And I really think and I really hope that the NIA, if they've arrested him, then it's for very good reasons, number one. Number two, to politicize his arrest simply because he was making certain
political
noises.
Point, sir.
Everybody
Can I briefly counter you, Sushant, on your first point?
One second, let me just finish. Let me finish my 2 or 3 points. After that, they are free to counter me. To attribute his arrest to politics in the valley, I think that is inexcusable. The fact of the matter remains that we have seen that the NIA's actions over the last few years have been above politics. There are many cases in which they've been dragged into politics, and then it's turned out that they had absolutely clean hands. They had nothing to do with politics. So if Wahid Para has been arrested, there must be good reasons, but the NIA should come out with them. But to attribute it that he was politically opposing the BJP, I think everybody is free to oppose the BJP. It's a free country. There is democracy in this country. It's not a one-party state. And I don't see any reason why anybody would have a problem. In fact, that is what will push forward the political process. People who attribute politics to Wahid Para's arrest are actually trying to deflect the attention and focus from that particular.
I would like to, if I may, pit you with Rohit Dev on the subject, because if I can be allowed to complete my point. Because you see, Majid Haidari, there is a difference between speaking and heckling. When you grow up, you will learn to speak. As of now, you only learn to heckle, and that also like a ventriloquist. So please wait for your turn. I am making a finer point. I am disagreeing with Sushant. I am completely in disagreement with Sushant Sareen tonight. And let me explain why I am. and then you can debate with Rohit Dev and the others.
It's not exactly your tone.
Sushant, Sareen, I have the highest personal regard for you. You are senior to me, and I always believe that you bring a lot of substance into the debate. Having said that, I am concerned about your statement where you give a lot of latitude to Wahid Para saying, these kind of situations, these kind of things happen. By which you obviously mean that in conflict situations, there are often people who play both sides. I feel that is precisely the problem. I believe in a black and white world. I believe in a black and white world, and I therefore am always accused of. Allow me, sir. I heard you entirely.
You can have the luxury of a black and white world. There are conflict areas in which people do not have that luxury.
Okay, fine. Sushant, you must allow me to complete. You may call it a luxury. You may. I don't want to be heckled by Majid Haidari because you are not understanding the nature of the debate. I am discussing with my friend Sushant, and I am disagreeing with him. Why don't you enjoy for a minute a well-articulated disagreement? It will also teach you how to debate in the future. The question is this, Sushant, you say that I have the luxury of a black and white world. No. I am an Indian in 2020. I live in the necessity of a black and white world where you're either with the country or you're against the country. As a further elaboration to my point, let me tell you, sir. You talk about Wahid Para much in the same indulgent way. You are no, please, you know what? You speak about Wahid Para in the same indulgent way that people in Lutyens, Delhi spoke about Yasin Malik in the 1990s. In the 1990s, people said in the 1990s, allow me to complete. Allow me to complete. No. I must be allowed to complete my point. I protest I'm not being allowed to complete my point. I'm being stopped at every minute. I'm not being allowed to argue my point. And that is not done. See, Sushant, don't heckle me. Sushant, let me tell you. Sushant, let me tell you and allow me to complete. I too, when I started my career, I was shocked. Listen to me, Sushant. Let's disagree. I was shocked that a terrorist like Yasin Malik was being celebrated in Delhi, almost considered to be an ambassador, a man who killed Indian Air Force officers. And people like Mehbooba Mufti said you can imprison a man but not his ideas. No. I want to destroy that political support system for terrorists. We must destroy that political support system for terrorists.
But I'm saying that kind of nonsense has happened in this country. You have Mr. Dullat's book, where he admits that he was giving jobs to separatist states.
We must end.
He was feeding
that kind of nonsense. We must end. No. One second. Okay. Let me further. I didn't think I would end up disagreeing with Sushant Sareen, but Rohit Dev. Okay. Since the debate is not about me, I bring in Rohit Dev into the debate. Viewers, let me make one simple point with an example from our recent history to explain to explain to Sushant Sareen that the Vora committee report spoke about a mafia political nexus. The year of the Lord 1993, NN Vora committee report. Dawood Ibrahim used money power for building up contacts with bureaucrats and politicians and the expansion of his activities with impunity. Because we believe that kind of world was there. Till today, I don't know the name of the traitor who did business with Dawood Ibrahim. I want to change that. I want to live in a black and white world, where either with India or against India. Yes, please, Rohit.
Arnab, just three short points, and please don't try to.
I have not named an individual. I have said there are politicians who did business with Dawood. You know that.
Arnab, I'm not going to name anybody. Please ask Mr. Chopra to be quiet for a fight.
I am not naming anybody either, but I'm saying there was such a report.
The first point, Arnab, is that you don't have to get apologetic at all when it comes to national security. In terms of national security, either you are right or you are wrong. There is no left. And if you are wrong, then you are a leftover who will be scavenged upon by people. The second point is, you please keep quiet. The second point was about Pakistan. Now, coming to Pakistan and the evil nexus within our country,
anything you
let me tell you that insofar as if you have read the statement of Mr. Ratan Tata this evening, he said one line not to be forgotten. And what is not to be forgotten? It is not to be forgotten that Pakistan is a terrorist state which harbingers terrorists, and it is not Pakistan sponsored. It is Pakistan inflicted terrorism which our country is facing for the last 2.5 decades. Make no bones about it. It is as clear as that. There is a fundamental problem with Pakistan. If you read the book, Mr. Sunit Chopra, your heckling will not stop me. If you read the book by Brigadier Malik in Ziaul's time, and you see, and I will name the book. The name of the book is The Quranic Concept of War. If you read this book, Arnab, and give a copy to Mr. Sunit Chopra, also complimentary from my side if possible, then in that book you will realize how the entire systemic radical Islamization of the Pakistan army, their polity, their decision makers.
My question is right now. My question is Rohit Dev. My point is more fundamental. I want to bring in Hamid Faiz at this point. No. I want to bring in Hamid Faiz at this point. My question is very simple. We should be punishing those people. Gaurav Bhatia. We should be punishing people who have a dotted line relationship with terrorism. People with a dotted line relationship with terrorism, in my view, Gaurav and Majid will debate, are more dangerous than those with a direct line. Let us punish those people. Book them under 124A. Book them under sedition.
Arnav, absolutely. And I must tell you that Mehbooba Mufti just yesterday made a statement that these people are being targeted because we are Muslims. But Mehbooba Mufti very conveniently forgot. She became a chief minister. She was a Muslim then. Omar Abdullah, Farooq Abdullah became chief ministers. They were Muslims. So this playing of Muslim card would not work because Muslims in the country are as patriotic as Hindus. And nobody is targeted in a vibrant...
with Pakistan, you have been into shadow boxing with China. You are trying to play to some foolish level. The people of India know that you have been Pakistan ke aake bolte ho beech mein. What have you done for the security of the country? Today, 2 jawans have lost their lives.
अभी बोलोगे
हर दिन यहाँ पे
संविधान का सा नहीं पता और बकवास कर रहे हैं चुप करो बुरहानवानी के प्रेमी
shadow boxing. Look at what is the condition in Ladakh. Look at what recently happened in Kupwara. 5 soldiers lost their lives because of your failed foreign policy.
Gaurav Bhatia, the question is whether we can punish those with a dotted line relationship with terrorism. Let's bring ourselves back on the debate. Let's book them for breaching the peace. Let's book them for inciting individuals against the state. Let's book them for abetting the waging of war against India. Let's go back to the debate.
Anybody and everybody, whether a politician or a bureaucrat.
ये सारे के सारे पाकिस्तान से रुपए
Gaurav Bhatia is debating right now.
Your foreign policy has been a disaster. Let the nation know tonight.
पाकिस्तान की पॉलिसी पढ़ो तुम जवाहर कहीं के दीमक हमारे देश को खाने नहीं देंगे तुम्हें ठीक कर देंगे तुम लोगों को मैं बता रहा हूँ बिट्टा कराटे अंदर गया था गया कि नहीं बताली शैडो बॉक्सिंग नहीं असली मुक्का पड़ा था सही हो जाओगे तुम लोग हमारे जवान का असली मुक्का नहीं खा सकते हमारे जवान का एक मुक्का तुम्हारे लिए बहुत है सारी हड्डियां टूट जाएंगी 206 की 206
मैं कोई पाकिस्तान से नहीं आया मेरे पास पाकिस्तान का पासपोर्ट नहीं है मेरे पास चाइना का वीजा नहीं है
मोहब्बत का अच्छा बोलो
यू कैन हाईजैक नेशनल सेंटिमेंट everybody on this debate is an Indian
बोलो तिरंगे की जय
has Republic called me as a Pakistani has Republic called me to this debate as a Chinese has Republic called me to this debate as a Bangladeshi
पाकिस्तान के 50 रुपए लेते हो मैं तुम्हें भारत के 100 रुपए देता हूँ बोलोगे शैडो बॉक्सिंग नहीं करेंगे अपर कट लोअर कट दोनों पड़ेगा ठीक हो जाओगे हमारे जवान मारेंगे तुम कौन हो संविधान पढ़ा नहीं है यहाँ आके केवल बकवास करते हो अपने आप को कहते हो भारतीय और भारत के खिलाफ बोलते हो बोलो then you have to say that you abide by the constitution. Why do you cry over an abrogated article 370?
No. Don't we all remember 26/11?
Were put under detention.
Don't we all remember what happened then? Don't we all remember the lives lost defending the nation? Don't we all remember? And all I'm asking tonight is, General Bakshi, why should there be sympathy campaigns for those who bleed India? Did we all promise ourselves Did we not all promise ourselves, never forgive, never forget? Have we gone soft 12 years later?
Pay tributes to Hemant Karkare. The nation is watching you.
Absolutely
You
right, you are, Arnab.
don't raise your voice against Jalal Bakshi when he's speaking, please. I want Jalal Bakshi to speak. Coming to you,
There was
Ashok,
a
1 minute.
traitor lobby within.
Was he a semi-martyr? Was he a half-martyr?
Arnab,
Was he a
when
lesser martyr?
26/11 the guns were resounding,
Please,
there was a traitor lobby within which had supplied these threads, sacred threads, to the terrorists. There was a lobby which had prepared a book on how 26/11 was a Hindu terror plot. And had Omle not sacrificed himself, had he not got living proof in Ajmal Amir Qasam, today it would have been a Hindu conspiracy. Those people are still alive and kicking and active. You are damn right, Arnab. It's about time we get black and white. Our intelligence agencies have been paying the Hurriyat.
We change our approach. We change our approach. I want Sushant Sareen back on the debate. I want Gaurav Arya back on the debate. I have 1 minute left. You know, I'll tell you one thing, Gaurav Arya. I'll tell you one thing. In this country, General Bakshi, the tragedy, Ashok Pandit. I'd like Ashok Pandit to come in right now. And remember, Taslim Rahmani has not yet given me a clear reply. Ashok Pandit.
Arnab, you know how big a tragedy it is that people like Majid Hydris, Sunil Chopra, all these communist and urban actors, they called Yasir Malik as Gandhi. They said it's today's Gandhi. Kuldeep Nayyar went and broke his fast. All the looters media, they used to call him for big interviews. They supported him. You are absolutely right.
When a person like Yasir Malik was a killer, was a rapist, Gaurav Arya and Sushant Sareen. Why run sympathy campaigns giving a clean chit to Pakistan? Why allow people to run sympathy campaigns for Burhan Wani? Why run sympathy campaigns for Gautam Navlakha? Why is that being allowed 12 years later? Yes, please. I think Sushant wants to come in desperately. After that, last word to Gaurav Arya. Sushant.
No excuses for people who hold sympathy or hold a brief or do advocacy for terrorists like Mr. Chopra is doing in this program. For example, just for his knowledge, he seems to believe it was probably a Hindu plot. The Pakistani FIA has just come out and named 20 people who they claim actually that they can't find who are intrinsically involved in that plot. And yet people like him, people like Digvijay Singh, people like that great film director from Bombay, Mahesh Bhatt or whatever that guy's name is, they have participated in that kind of propaganda campaign. But just to prove two more things. One, on Mr. Rahmani, I don't know what the charges are, but I think that is for the government to prove. If he is or his organization has taken money from a hostile country like Turkey and sponsored riots out here, why should Mr. Rahmani be on your program?
Last word, Gaurav Arya.
Why should he not be in jail? Why should he not be prosecuted?
Last word, Gaurav Arya, your quick thoughts on the 12th anniversary of 26/11, Gaurav.
Arnab, what I want to say is that for too long, this country has suffered because of this attitude of ours. It's high time we got black and white, Arnab. Today, 2 soldiers lost their lives. You know why? One of the reasons is not just Pakistan. The other reason is the people on television who give intellectual covering fire to those terrorists. This must stop, Arnab. It's high time we stopped it. Our soldiers, we're losing soldiers every day, and these people are equally guilty, Arnab.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you completely, viewers. Tonight we renew our vow. We renew our vow to this country tonight. And don't forget, 2 army jawans have been martyred on 26/11. We will not forgive. We will not forget. We will not compromise. And on the other side is the instigation going on as far as the farmers' protest is concerned. Back in a few minutes.
धनुष उठा प्रहार कर, तू सबसे पहला वार कर, सिंह सी दहाड़ कर, शंख सी पुकार कर, तू सबसे पहला वार कर।